Listen, simply put, every guy needs to be in the best shape of their life. That is non-negotiable. That is the new way of society. Standing out, getting an online presence, being the best version of yourself in every possible way. Fitness, finances, mindset. Money, muscle, mindset. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Your money, your muscle, your mindset. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all that's going to get you far. That's all that women care about. When you look at it, when you get into the best shape of your life, naturally, you are in the top rare 1 to 5% of most men. No matter how packed the gym is, when you really look around, natural guys, there's not a lot of guys in shape. There's not a lot of people in shape. When you go out on your regular day, your regular routine, your regular morning, afternoon, whatever, to the grocery store, anything like that, you're always going to see a skinny pencil neck dude or a freaking fat slob dad bod. That's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to see. On average, most of the time. And when it comes to women, it goes both ways too. You know? But I'm speaking for the guys though. Speaking for the guys. That's what it's about. Not only being in the best shape naturally, not taking excess. I'm not saying you can't take natural supplements. You can take creatine, whey protein to add on weight, add some muscle, to you. Help you with that. Yes, do that. You can if you want to. But all that other stuff, HGH, TRT, testosterone replacement, all that stuff, man, screw all that. That's not going to help you. Because when you hop off of that, just like every other bodybuilder, like Arnold and Ronnie Coleman and, every famous bodybuilder or even influencer, guess what? Their body looks like deflated balloons. Literally. They all do. Do you really want that? And then your health is going to be at risk because you've been taking and injecting those said things for years in at a time. And not everyone's body can react to those type of things naturally, so they might die quicker, because their body's not used to that. So when you get in the best shape of your life naturally, it commands attention, it commands respect. Under 15% body fat. Obviously, over 15, you're kind of leaning more into the dad bod, skinny fat type of deal. So don't do that. You need to be 15% body fat or under. The ideal is 10 to 15. Under 10, it's kind of like you're just losing a lot of water now. You naturally getting that low is crazy. In the single digits, it's wild. But 10 to 15 is the sweet spot, when it comes to being in the best shape of your life. And then you also can teach people how to do it, how to get into the best shape. That basically is the single point. You get more opportunities, more people want to be around you because it shows discipline. Like for me, that's a lot of people's first thing. Like I just got a haircut, just went to the barbershop, the other day, yesterday. And yeah, they literally just, one of the barbers, literally, I went to dap up my barber and every other barber, and there's one barber, they say it a few times here and there anytime I go there, but they always say, man, but you getting bigger. You getting bigger, I can tell. But it's the naturalness. Like I'm muscular, as you can tell by the gym vlog. I'm very fit. I'm 5'10", 5'11", about 160. Usually I hold is surprising. As tall as I am, 160 seems very underweight on paper. But when you see me in person and I say that, you'll be like, what? People have thought people that I know have also said that. One person thought I was 200. One person thought I was 190. But I'm like, no, I'm 160. Because, the height plays a factor, but it also is the muscle mass. I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not the strongest guy. But for my height and weight, I fill out my frame pretty well, better than what most people, my height on average, would look. And I'm pretty strong, functional. I still have my athleticism, functional strength, relative strength. So it's more than just mass and just the aesthetics, you know what I mean? So that's what it shows. I'm still very surprised people thought I was like 180, 190, but no, I'm 160. Sometimes I fluctuate. Sometimes I'm like 157-ish, if I get under 160. Like I said, on paper, that sounds very skinny. 5'10", 5'11", right around that 6 foot range. Being 160, 150, like that's... On paper, you would think, it's gotta be a pencil neck, you know what I mean? But it's the power of the mind and the art of illusion. That's what I love about it. The art of illusion. Like it throws people off. It really does. Because they actually have to look and be like, what the heck? How is he? Like, for real. And me being around 160 now, my whole goal is to get to not 120, that's crazy, an extra 20 to 30 pounds, so 180, 190, because that's me filling out my frame naturally. Because I know a guy who's 6'1", 6'2", which I'm actually right there at him. Like, when I look at him, he's not that much taller than me, So I'm around, he's around 6'1", on a good day, about 6'1", and he's about 190, and he holds the muscle very well. Like, if you saw him, you would probably think he weighs more, but, his height, yeah, that plays a factor, right? So it's like, yo, I'm only like 2 inches shorter, 2 or 3 inches shorter than him. If I look crazy at 180, 190. If I'm looking like this at like 160, just imagine that. It shows, not only does it show competency, it shows discipline. People will want to know you, and that's how you can network. Because some of the most successful people are not in the best shape, especially back then. At that time, really, although bodybuilding's been around, like, that was like in the Arnold and Ronnie Coleman era. Like, although that's been around, most bodybuilders could never use their physique. And that's why most bodybuilders ended up being broke once they retired. I don't even know how much they was making from these bodybuilding competitions, but most of them don't go too far after that. They don't know how to transition their physique into business. And when you're in business, you look, disciplined, probably intimidating. You probably get more business deals, better negotiation. Obviously, you need to have communication skills, public speaking skills, but your physique can be a presence of, okay, let's not lowball him. Let's take him serious. You know what I mean? It's the art of persuasion. I'm telling you, it can really help you, and getting into bigger and better rooms. Just getting in shape and having good communication skills and surrounding yourself with the right people, okay? But that's the end of this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Comment, like, and subscribe. Comment down any other future videos you may want to see on fitness, personal life, anything like that. If it's resonated with you, save it, rewatch it again later, because this will be very important. If you know someone who, is in a similar situation, who's, needs to find a way on how they should get fit and this, that, and the third, or doesn't know what to do, send them this video. This should help them. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one.